Start off like this. Om. Welcome. All right, so this is my first live stream ever. It's nothing official, nothing super great, but that's okay. So I'm just here to tell you about a simple thing that I had an epiphany with recently. It's a state called bliss state. Some people will say it's moksha, some will say it's samadhi. That's when you reach like the infinite bliss state. But from my experience, there's a state that you can reach, and it's like a temporary state is when you just experience this twinge of bliss. And when you're there, that's when you can really make things happen. That's when you can manifest pretty much any and everything you want when you're in that bliss state. This is why some of the people in the spiritual community they say like, "Oh, I don't want any negativity around me and this that da, 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 da," because I feel like it may affect their bliss state. Now, for me, I personally don't preach no negativity, none of that blah blah. No, I believe in a balance. You need positivity and negativity because there's positivity in the negativity and there's negativity in the positivity. That's that whole yin yang balance of life, right? And then some philosophies go beyond those labels, right? It just is. However, let's stay focused. Back on the bliss state. I like to refer to that bliss state as BS, just like that bullshit. When they're like, don't come in here with that bullshit. You come in, you like, I'm coming in with bullshit. I'm coming in with bullshit. Yeah, that's that bliss state. You want to be like that because some people, they'll try to knock you out of your bliss state, right? They'll do anything to try to just like bring you back down into this reality, this Maya, this illusion. You don't necessarily want that, right? You want to be in that bliss state. Of course, you need one foot in reality and one foot in the 5D, of course, because we're here to experience that. We don't want that spiritual ego, oh, I'm better than all of you and better than thou. But when you reach an actual bliss state, you're not going to be like that. It's a very jovial thing. Like everything is just like it's kind of like it's not everything's hilarious or anything like that, but it's just funny. Like even when stupid stuff happens, you're just like you're able to laugh a lot because you already know like at the end of the day, this reality that we have, none of this shit really matters, right? But as you're playing the game, it matters. That's that whole thing. So yeah, bliss states. How do you achieve it? Well, one of the things is you have to believe it. Of course, if you don't believe in it, it's not going to work for you. But one of the main ways you can reach it is obviously meditation. And I know some of you are like, oh, meditation, I can't meditate. Oh, my mind is making noise. Yeah, that's what it does. It makes noise. Your mind is doing its job. You're not trying to quiet the mind. You're not trying to silence the mind. You're not trying to do any of that stuff at all. Like that whole just you gotta control it and no, 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 no. Let it have its thing. So you just what you do is you just try to envision the life that you wish to have or the experience that you would wish to experience. And then for some people, it helps for them to get the focus. If they chant a mantra, it could just be chanting Om over and over again. And then, or if you're Jesus, like if you're on that Jesus tip, right? Like if you're Christian, you could just Jesus, 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 Jesus. You know, like anything, whatever your creed is, whatever, just that mantra, just getting your focus in, whatever activates that bliss state. Because for Christians, right, when we refer to Jesus, it's just like, ooh, you know what I mean? So it's that same thing. So it's just any and everything that you can just imagine to get you to that bliss state. So once you're in that bliss state, you want to keep it as much as possible. You just want to keep, but you don't want to stay focused on trying to force it to just stay on the entire way because then it's not legitimate. So it's one of those things where it becomes easier when you practice it. And yes, it does help if you don't have the quote unquote negative people around you. You don't need the Debbie Downers and things of that nature because they just knock you out of the bliss state. They bring you back into the matrix, and you don't want to be there. Like, you just want to be beyond that. Like, you want to come back to the matrix because you choose to come back to the matrix, not because someone forced you and pulled you back in. You don't want that. You just want to be like, okay, I'm deciding to be this. It's the same thing with like any other emotions that you have to deal with in life. Like, this is why I don't necessarily subscribe to the no negativity bullshit. The reason why is each emotion needs to feel heard and expressed. And if it doesn't feel heard and expressed, then that's when that explosion happens, right? And you don't want that. Like, when you just, oh, I just lost control. No, you want to be in control at all times. If you get mad, like you're dealing with someone, you're trying to be pleasant with them, you're trying to be nice, you're trying to be calm, because ultimately what you want is peace, right? But sometimes peace doesn't necessarily always work. And I'm not saying you go into violence. No, I'm not saying that. There comes a time and place for all of that, but that should be the last thing on your mind when you're dealing with someone, right? But just know there's a time for each and every emotion, right? So if you're dealing with a particular person and you're trying to be nice, you're trying to be calm, you're trying to be cool with them this entire time and it's just not working, one, you can just dismiss yourself from the thing, or you can choose, like, okay, I'm going to decide to go off. I'm making that conscious decision. Not, no, oh, they made me mad and that's why I did it. No one can make you anything. No one can make you do anything either. You decide what you want to do. So this is what you decide. You're just like, okay, this method didn't work. I'm going to unlatch this thing, press this button. Now I'm angry. Now I'm mad. I chose to get mad. Now I'm reacting like this. I'm choosing that. Because it's not always the situation, it's how you respond to it, right? But you have to be conscious, you have to be aware. If you're going to have these emotions and things of that nature, if you're going to go off, if you're going to be sad, if you're going to be, make sure you decide to let it happen. Don't let it consume you, right? And as long as you're aware in that, you go ahead, you do that, you express that, you feel that. Because we're here to have this human experience. Yes, we're all spiritual beings, but we're also here to have this human experience. That's what it's here for. So for us to just, oh, we just gotta be stone and stiff and blah 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 and not experience the emotion, because that's what people think that stoicism is. It's like no emotion. No, it's not that. It's not letting your emotions control your every freaking thought and move. That's what it's for. But it's a time and place for everything. And I hope you guys kind of understand that. So, back to the bliss state. Meditation. Also, listening to music. There could be certain songs, vibrations that trigger it. You can exercise. I always recommend that. That is a whole nother topic that I can get into later, explaining like how exercise just activates certain things within your body. Like, that is just a lot of benefit. Um, yeah, dancing, swimming, just anything that's active can get you in that bliss state. Anything that brings you joy. It could be as simple as playing a video game. People are like, oh, you can't reach bliss state playing video. Yes, you can, because like sometimes you're just getting out of that reality as Maya as it is. So yeah, try to focus on getting into that bliss state. And if you guys want more thorough details on how to get into that, you can book a call with me. You can either do it via email, the email's on the page, or you can hit the schedule and then you can pick a time and you'll book a call with me and we'll get into it on how you can get into this bliss state so you can start obtaining your dreams and going after what you want. All right, I'm gonna close it out with one more and some shanti. So let's get it. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you for coming. I'm RayTheShiva. Thank you for being here, and I will catch up with you all later. Have a great one. Peace.